Hey guys, today we are going from 0 to 100, so let's just jump right into it. I'm starting off with my brows already done, and I'm going to start off by applying some concealer. This is the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer. I'm just going to apply that to my eyelids to blanket them out, and it's going to give a really nice base to the eyeshadow. So just blending that in using my Real Techniques Miracle Sponge. I'm going to set that down using my Fenty Beauty. This is the Invisimatte Pressed Powder. Any kind of powder, translucent or pressed, or even just a light coloured or skin coloured eyeshadow will work to do this. I'm using my Morphe E23 brush to blend that in. Then we're going to be playing with Soft Glam today. I'm so excited. I haven't used this one in a tutorial yet. So I'm going to be taking the shade Orange Soda. I'm going to be taking that on a Sigma E35 brush. And I'm just going to place that into our crease as our kind of like initial transition shade. So just using windscreen wiper motions back and forth until I get the desired intensity that I want. I'm blending it up quite high up towards my brow bone to really create this kind of like sunset vibe with the eyeshadows. Next up, we're going in the shade Burnt Orange. I'm going to be taking that on my Morphe. This is an M433 brush, and I'm just going to place this into the crease. It's not so high up, definitely not as high up as I blew Orange Soda, but just using small little windscreen wiper motions and circular motions to blend that one in until I've got the desired intensity. Moving on, I'm going to be using the shade Sienna. I'm just taking that on that same brush, that Morphe M433 brush, and I'm just going to be placing this in throughout my crease even more, focusing this one a little bit more on the lid and right in that crease area. This is going to be the main transition between our lid color and the rest of our kind of eye space. Moving on to the lid, I'm going to be taking this NYX Jumbo pencil. It's in the shade Dark Brown. It's a really creamy kind of pencil basically. I'm going to apply this all over my lid. It's super creamy and acts as a really good base for our eyeshadows. And I'm going to be blending that out using my Morphe. This is the R42 brush. It's a really good synthetic brush. Has a nice kind of domed point to it, but it's actually really dense as well. So it really blends out the cream base for our eyeshadow, which we're going to be moving on to. I'm going to be taking Cypress Umber. I'm taking that on a Zoeva. This is the 234 Luxe Smoky Shader Brush. I am packing that all over that jumbo eye pencil, really packing it on so I get the desired intensity that I want. And then I'm just going to blend out the edges. I'm going to be using the shade Rustic. I'm taking that on a Morphe M578 brush, and I'm going to be focusing the shade right in the crease to really blend out Cypress Umber and blend it into the rest of those like Sienna and the Orange Soda shades that are in our kind of creases to create a really nice gradient and that kind of like really smoky brown look that we're going for. I'm going to be taking a little bit more of Sienna just on that same Morphe M433 brush just to blend out the edges and make sure everything is super seamless. It's a really, really good tip to make sure you're just going back in with your transition shades to really blend out any darker shades that you might place on the lid. Then I'm just taking a tiny little bit more of Orange Soda just on that Morphe M441 brush that we used at the beginning just to buff out the edges really, really lightly. So we have finished one eye. Now let's move on to the second eye, and wow, it's done. I'm gonna move on to the skin. I'm taking my Rimmel. This is a lasting finish primer, and I'm just going to be applying that all over my face. It's a really good primer. It really helps to make my makeup kind of like stick to my face. It's a really good option if you suffer from makeup meltdown. Moving on to foundation, I'm taking my Rimmel. This is the Lasting Finish 25-hour foundation with comfort serum. I'm going to be applying this all over my face using my Real Techniques Miracle Sponge. This is really damp. I like to use a super damp sponge when I'm blending this out, otherwise it is a little bit thick. So I like to really make sure that my sponge is super damp when I'm applying it. I just find it gives like the most natural finish to the skin. Then we're going in with the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer, and I'm just going to be applying this underneath my eyes, just kind of like highlight a little bit on my chin, down the bridge of my nose, and then blending whatever's remaining onto my kind of forehead, middle of my forehead area to highlight. Then I'm going to set everything down using the Fenty Beauty Invisimatte powder. I love this powder. It's fantastic. I actually have really been enjoying using the kind of puff, or kind of, I don't know what this is. It's like a little puff that comes with it, a little pad to set my face. I think it does a really, really good job. I normally hate these kind of little pad powder puffs in the things, but this is really great. The Fenty one's like so good. We're going to move on to our lower lash line. I'm taking the shade Burnt Orange. I'm taking it on a Morphe. This is the R39 brush, and I'm just really going to blow this out through underneath my lower lash line, basically to where my first kind of bag is. I'm going to blend it right down there. Then I'm going to be taking Sienna to deepen it up even further on my Morphe. This is the MB18 brush to really smoke out the outer corner and really build up to kind of meet up to where our eyelid shades are. We're going in with Cypress Umber to really stamp along the lower lash line. This is the Morphe M432 brush. So I'm just placing that right on the actual lower lash line. Then we're going to be going in with the Jumbo pencil. This is really difficult to do, but it's going to be lining our lower waterline and also our tight line, and then blending out using that same Morphe eye defining brush. Going to be applying a little bit of mascara. This is the Essence I Love Extreme Volume Mascara. And then we're going to be moving on to lashes. The lashes that I'm going to be using, these are the Venus lashes from Koko Lashes. Absolutely love them. They're so pretty. Then we're going to spritz the face. I'm going to use a bit of MAC Fix Plus, and we're going to move on to highlighting. I'm going to be taking this pink shade from the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, just taking it on a Sigma. This is just a pencil brush. It's the E30 brush. Just applying this onto my brow bone and also my inner corner to create a really nice pinky highlighting hue. I think these pink highlighters really complement our brown smoky eye. Then for the rest of our face, I'm going to be taking the Becca. This is the pressed highlighter in the shade Moonstone. I'm applying that using my Morphe M501 brush just to create a really nice highlighted effect. I'm going to top that off the tiniest little bit as well using a little bit of that pink highlighter from the Alchemist palette. Just a tiny touch of it just to really tie in the skin and the eyes together. Going in with this middle shade from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette here just to bronze up the skin, and I'm taking it on a Morphe. This is the R1 brush. I love this brush. It's fantastic. I got it in my live Glam Morphe Me subscription. I'm absolutely loving it. It's pretty much become my new favorite kind of bronzing brush. Then I'm just going to contour my nose using that same shade from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and the brush that comes with the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Then I'm going to be taking my Sigma. This is the Dome Utility brush. It's the E34 brush, just to kind of do that exclamation mark highlighting technique to my nose. For blush, we're taking the shade Parrty from Tarte, and I'm using that with my Sigma. This is the F40 angled contour brush. I love it for applying blush. It's fantastic. To finish off our eyebrows, I'm just taking the Make Me Brow from Essence and just applying that through my brows. It's in the lighter shade. I'm really focusing it on the kind of front portion to really make sure my brows kind of stand up. I love this kind of furry fuzzy look to my brows at the moment. Then I'm taking the lip liner from Tarte. This is the shade Meme, and I'm just going to line my lips using that. Then we're going to fill the lips in using MAC's Velvet Teddy. I love this shade. It is such a flattering shade. Then we're going to the shade 42. This is from Rimmel. It's like a Rimmel Kate Moss collaboration. I really like this one. It just adds a little bit more of a nudie kind of pink. It's definitely not as dark as Velvet Teddy, and I love to top it off using that. Then for everything, I need a gloss. I'm a glossy lip girl, and I'm taking the Oh My Gloss Per Glossy Cat lip gloss from Rimmel. I love this shade. It creates such a nice glossy sheen to the lips. It's so stunning. Then we're going to fix up the hair. The hair is a crazy bird's nest at the moment. And that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new so don't miss out on any of my new videos. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.